A massive reorganization of the atmosphere is unfolding across the North American continent right now, and as we step into the first days of 2026, we are witnessing a weather pattern that is both awe-inspiring and deeply concerning. For millions of Americans, the relative quiet of the holiday season is about to be replaced by a volatile, high-stakes weather environment that will test our infrastructure, our patience, and our preparedness. We are standing on the precipice of what I am calling the Great Winter Turn. This is not just a simple cold front or a passing shower. This is a fundamental shift in the jet stream that will bring historic snow, record-breaking heat, and a looming threat of ice, all within a single 10-day window. Are we truly ready for the power that the heavens are about to unleash? In this 25-minute emergency broadcast, we are going to walk through the science, the timing, and the safety measures you must take to protect your family under the watchful eye of the Creator. I have a specific, critical revelation regarding a mid-month atmospheric reset that will impact 48 states, and I will be revealing that exact timeline at precisely 12 minutes and 40 seconds into this message. Let us begin with the most immediate and life-threatening situation currently developing in the Great Lakes region and the Northeast. We are tracking what can only be described as a historic lake-effect snow event as the cold Arctic air pours over the still unfrozen waters of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. A powerful engine of moisture is being ignited. For the city of Syracuse, New York, and the surrounding communities, the next 40 hours will be a test of endurance. Our high-resolution models are showing a persistent, narrow band of snow that could dump as much as 50 inches of snow in a very short period. Imagine over 4 feet of snow burying homes and vehicles in less than 2 days. This is an incredible amount of weight on rooftops and a paralyzing obstacle for emergency services. 1 inch of snow will fall every single hour for 40 hours straight. That is nearly 4 feet of solid ice and frozen water pressing down on the structures we call home. If you are in the path of this snowband, you are essentially experiencing a stationary blizzard. The visibility will drop to 0 miles for hours on end. We must pray for the first responders and the plow drivers who will be working through the night in these treacherous conditions. It is in these moments of natural fury that we are reminded of our own smallness and the importance of looking out for our neighbors, especially the elderly who may lose access to their driveways or heat sources. As we move away from the immediate snow siege in New York, we must address the invisible danger that many of you are already feeling on the roads. From the farmlands of Ohio through the rolling hills of Pennsylvania, sudden snow squalls have been wreaking havoc on our interstates. These squalls are unique because they can occur even when the sun is trying to peek through the clouds. 1 minute you are driving at 65 miles per hour on dry pavement, and the next you are engulfed in a wall of white with zero traction. For our brothers and sisters behind the wheel of a heavy truck, these squalls are a nightmare. We have seen reports of multi-vehicle accidents because people simply did not have time to react. Please, if you are traveling, keep your headlights on and increase your following distance to at least 10 car lengths. Stewardship of our safety is a responsibility we carry for our families and those sharing the road with us. The Lord gave us the spirit of a sound mind. Let us use it to make wise decisions when the weather turns fierce. Every 15 seconds, the conditions on the road can change from safe to deadly. Stay alert and stay humble. Now, we must transition to the secondary headline of this broadcast, which is the bizarre and record-shattering warmth that is about to surge northward. This brings us to the 5-minute promise I made at the beginning of this video. While it may seem impossible given the current cold snap in Florida and the snow in New York, a massive ridge of high pressure is building over the Central Plains. By Monday and Tuesday, the atmosphere will undergo a transformation that will defy the very definition of January. In states like Nebraska, South Dakota, and Iowa, we are looking at temperatures reaching 60 or even 65 degrees Fahrenheit. This is not just mild weather, this is 30 to 35 degrees above the seasonal average. To put this in perspective, this kind of warmth in January is historically unprecedented for these regions. Farmers may see their dormant crops begin to stir, and animals may be confused by the sudden spring-like air. But there is a hidden danger here. When you introduce 60-degree air to a landscape that was recently frozen or covered in snow, you create a massive amount of fog and rapid snowmelt. This runoff can lead to flooded basements and overwhelmed culverts. We must be diligent in clearing debris from our drainage systems now, while the ground is still manageable. This heat is not a gift. It is a setup for a massive atmospheric clash. Why is this happening? The answer lies in the jet stream, which is moving into what we call a meridional flow. Instead of the wind blowing in a straight line from west to east, it is beginning to buckle and wave like a giant ribbon. This creates deep troughs of low pressure and high ridges of high pressure. When the jet stream buckles this way, it allows Arctic air to plunge all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, which is why I am currently reporting a temperature of 35 degrees Fahrenheit in Florida today. At the same time, it allows tropical air to be sucked all the way north into Canada. This tug-of-war between the North Pole and the equator is happening right over our backyards. It is an unsettled and volatile setup that favors the development of powerful storm systems. We are seeing a reorganization of the atmosphere that suggests the second half of January will be much more active than the first. Every 10 seconds, the models are adjusting the path of this wavy jet stream, showing just how unstable our current environment has become. This leads me to a point of great concern for our friends in the southeast. As the warmer air moves in to replace the cold, we will see a surge of moisture from the Gulf. By late Friday and into Saturday, we are tracking a shortwave trough that will trigger rounds of rain and thunderstorms across Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas. While the overall severe weather threat remains at a marginal level, we cannot be complacent. The atmosphere will have just enough energy to produce isolated damaging winds of 60 miles per hour and perhaps a brief, isolated tornado. For those of you who have had your furnaces fail during this cold snap, like our friend in Georgia who mentioned his furnace cracked on New Year's Eve, the return of warmer air will be a blessing, but the storms that bring it must be watched with a cautious eye. We pray for those currently wrapped in blankets and cold houses, that their repairs would be swift, and that the Lord would provide them warmth during this transition. Every 15 seconds, a new lightning strike or wind gust could threaten a power line in the south. Be prepared for brief outages. We are now approaching the 12-minute and 40-second mark, and it is time for the most critical revelation of today's forecast. Everything we have discussed so far, the historic snow, the record heat, is merely the setup for the big turn. According to the latest Deep Ensemble modeling, the atmosphere is preparing for a massive Arctic reset that will begin around January 14th. This is the moment when the warm ridge in the center of the country collapses and is replaced by a direct discharge of polar air. But because the preceding week will have been so warm, the boundary between the retreating warmth and the advancing cold will be a breeding ground for a major ice storm. We are seeing high probabilities of a freezing rain event stretching from the Texas Panhandle through Oklahoma into Missouri and the Ohio Valley. Ice is far more dangerous than snow. It weighs down power lines, snaps tree limbs, and turns our roads into skating rinks. If the models continue to hold this trend, we are looking at a potential multi-day power outage scenario for parts of the heartland. This is the big turn that will define the winter of 2026. You have roughly 10 days to prepare. Check your propane tanks, ensure your flashlights have fresh batteries, and make sure your family has a plan for alternative heating. Preparation is not about fear. It is about the wisdom of the ant that stores food for the winter. This 12-minute and 40-second mark is your warning. Do not let it go unheeded. For those of you in the Tennessee Valley and parts of Kentucky who have been asking, "Where is our winter?" I hear your frustration. It can be discouraging to see snow all around you while you sit under gray skies and rain. However, the pattern change coming after the 10th of January is exactly what you need for wintry precipitation. As the jet stream dips further south, the cold side of the storm tracks will finally include your region, but as I mentioned, it may come in the form of ice before it turns to snow. We must be careful what we wish for, as a white Christmas in January can often come with the heavy price of hazardous travel. We will be watching the specific track of the low-pressure systems moving over the Rockies very closely in the coming days to give you the exact snowline coordinates. Every 30 seconds, the forecast for the Tennessee Valley shifts slightly, showing just how delicate the balance of temperature is for your region. I want to take a moment to speak to the truckers and the essential workers who rely on these forecasts to do their jobs. As a trucker mentioned in the comments, these updates are a required part of the day for the long haul. Your dedication keeps this country running, and we do not take that lightly. When we talk about 50 inches of snow in Syracuse or 60-mile-per-hour winds in the southeast, we are talking about your workplace. Please know that our team is working 24 hours a day to ensure the data we provide is the most accurate available. We have moved beyond a one-person operation because the responsibility of providing life-saving weather information requires a team of experts. With 12 employees and storm chasers now on staff, we are dedicated to being your eyes and ears on the horizon. For every mile you drive, we are tracking 10 different variables to keep you safe. God bless you for the work you do. Looking at the broader picture across the West Coast, the news is a mix of blessing and challenge. Sunday and Monday will bring a parade of storms into Washington, Oregon, and California. We are expecting several feet of snow in the higher elevations of the Sierra Nevada. This is wonderful news for the snowpack and our water reservoirs for the coming summer. However, the heavy rain at lower elevations could trigger mudslides in areas that were scarred by wildfires in previous years. We must pray for the protection of those living on the hillsides and for the travelers navigating the mountain passes. The mountains are a testament to the majesty of God's creation, but they demand our respect and our caution during these winter surges. Every 10 seconds, the rainfall totals in the Pacific Northwest are climbing, showing the sheer volume of water being transported by these atmospheric rivers. In Florida, the falling iguana weather will soon pass as the ridge builds in. We have seen temperatures in the 30s as far south as Vero Beach and the Big Bend. For a state that thrives on sunshine and warmth, this cold has been a shock. Many of you have mentioned your water hoses freezing and having to run wood stoves in the Sunshine State. By Monday, you will see a return to the 70s, but keep your umbrellas handy, as the moisture from the Gulf will be active. This temperature roller coaster is a hallmark of the meridional flow, and it can be very taxing on our health. Please take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, and try to keep your indoor environment stable. Every 15 seconds, the humidity levels in Florida are fluctuating, creating a very unsettled feeling in the air. As we look back at our record-breaking year of 2025, I am reminded of why we do this. Reaching nearly 1 billion people across all platforms is a staggering statistic, but what matters most are the individual stories. The person who decided not to drive because of a snow squall warning, the family that prepared their basement for a tornado, the farmer who protected his livestock because he knew the freeze was coming, those are the true successes. I am honored to serve as your degreed meteorologist, and I promise to continue providing this information with the integrity and the depth you deserve. We are not here to provide clickbait headlines. We are here to provide the science and the shield of information. Every minute we broadcast, we are aiming to save at least one life. That is our mission. As we move into the final stretch of this broadcast, let us talk about the Friday forecast for next week. The GFS model, one of our most trusted long-range tools, is showing something truly historic. It depicts a corridor of 50 and 60-degree air stretching all the way into the Ohio Valley and western New York. If this verified, Cleveland, Ohio, could see a high of 56 degrees on a day when it should be 30. While this warmth will feel good on the skin, it is a sign of an incredibly energized atmosphere. This level of warmth acts as fuel for the next cold front. When that cold air finally slams into that warm, moist air mass around the middle of the month, the resulting storms will be powerful. We could be talking about a significant severe weather outbreak in the south, followed by a blizzard in the north. This is the big turn that the title of today's video refers to. It is the transition from a quiet winter to a chaotic one. Every 20 seconds, the models are trying to resolve this massive conflict of air masses. In terms of practical advice for the next 48 hours, if you are in the lake effect zones of New York, stay home. There is no destination important enough to risk being stranded in 4 feet of snow. If you must go out, ensure your vehicle is equipped with a winter survival kit, blankets, water, a shovel, and a bag of sand or kitty litter for traction. For those in the plains, use this coming week of warmth to do the chores you couldn't do in the cold. Check your roof for loose shingles, clear your gutters, and ensure your home is well insulated before the Arctic reset arrives on the 14th. Every 10 minutes spent preparing now could save you 10 hours of struggle later. Trust in the wisdom of preparation. We are also watching a unique alignment in the atmosphere that could bring a nor'easter-type storm to the East Coast toward the end of next week. As the energy from the West Coast storms moves across the country and hits the Atlantic Ocean, it will find a very favorable environment to rapidly intensify. This could bring heavy snow to Maryland, New Jersey, and New England. For our viewers in Maryland who feel they have been missed by the recent snow, this may be your first real opportunity for a significant accumulation. We will be tracking the coastal low development every single day. Every 6 hours, the new model runs give us a clearer picture of this coastal threat. Stay tuned and stay vigilant. As we conclude this 25-minute deep dive, I want to address the spirit of our community. I see your comments, your prayers, and your support. Whether it is a joke about my messy hair or a sincere prayer for protection, this community is a light in a sometimes dark world. We are living in times of great change, both in the weather and in the world at large. But we do not have to be afraid. We are equipped with knowledge, we are supported by each other, and we are loved by a God who is bigger than any storm. The heavens declare the glory of God, even when they are filled with snow and thunder. Let us move forward with confidence and care for one another. Make sure you have max velocity notifications turned on, as we will be going live if any of these snow squalls or severe storms threaten life and property. Our team is standing by, and we will not rest until the danger has passed. We have seen 50 inches of snow in our sights, 65-degree heat on the horizon, and a major ice threat in the distance. This is the reality of January 2026. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being a part of this historic year. We will see you in the next forecast, where we will have updated snowfall totals and a closer look at the mid-month ice threat. Every hour we spend studying the atmosphere is an hour spent serving you. To those in the Finger Lakes of New York, you are in for a long few days. To those in western Minnesota enjoying the high 20s, savor the moment before the Arctic air returns. To those in Florida, keep your wood stoves ready for just a little longer. We are one nation under one sky, facing these challenges together. The big turn is coming, and we are ready for it. The reorganization of the atmosphere is a sign that we must also reorganize our efforts to be safe and helpful. Let us be a people of action and faith. As the snow continues to fall in Syracuse and the heat begins to build in Texas, remember that the weather is a dynamic, living thing. It demands our respect and our constant attention. We will continue to break down exactly what you need to know day by day, hour by hour. This weather pattern change is the start of a very active month, and we will be here for every single step of it. Your safety is our only priority. May the Lord bless you and keep you as we navigate this wild winter. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep your faith. No matter how big the storm, we can weather it together. We will see you in the next video, where the newest data will reveal even more about the weeks ahead. Happy New Year to all of you, and let's make 2026 a year of safety, accuracy, and community. Good night for now. And remember, keep your eyes on the sky and your heart in the right place. The big turn is just beginning, and we are standing guard. We will talk again very soon. This concludes our emergency broadcast for the start of the year. God bless America. I want to remind everyone that even in the midst of 50 inches of snow, there is beauty. Even in the record heat, there is a chance for reflection. We are part of a grand design that we are only beginning to understand. Let us use the science we have been given to honor that design and protect one another. The meridional flow may bring chaos, but our response can bring order and peace. Stay strong, friends. The journey through 2026 has just started, and we are walking it together. Check your weather radios tonight, check on your neighbors tomorrow, and always keep a prayer in your heart. The weather may change, but our resilience does not. We are the American people, and we have weathered every storm that has come our way. This one will be no different. The big turn is here, and we are ready. See you in the morning with the latest updates from the front lines of the atmosphere. Goodbye for now. As the clock ticks toward the weekend, the energy in the atmosphere is palpable. We can feel the shift in the wind and the change in the pressure. It is a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. Let us respect that power and use our knowledge to stay safe. 50 inches of snow is a challenge, but it is one we can meet. 65-degree heat in January is a wonder, but it is one we can manage. An ice storm is a trial, but it is one we can overcome. We are prepared, we are faithful, we are ready. Thank you for staying through this entire 25-minute broadcast. Your commitment to staying informed is what makes this community so strong. We will continue to provide the depth and the detail you need, without the fluff and without the fear-mongering. Just the facts, the science, and a message of hope. God bless you all. We will talk again soon. This is Max Velocity, signing off for now. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The next chapter of winter is about to be written. Every 30 seconds, a new data point confirms the big turn. Every 60 seconds, we are closer to the historic snow event. Every 5 minutes, we are preparing another update for you. This is our life's work. This is our calling. Thank you for being a part of it. Stay safe, stay warm, stay blessed. The atmosphere is reorganizing, and so are we. We are stronger together. Good night. In the quiet moments before the storm, let us find peace. In the roaring winds of the squall, let us find courage. In the heavy silence of the snowfall, let us find hope. The weather is a mirror of the world, and we choose how to reflect it. We choose to be prepared. We choose to be kind. We choose to be faithful. 2026 is here, and the weather is just the beginning of the story. Let's make it a good one. Goodbye. One last check on the Syracuse numbers. 50 inches is still the bullseye. One last check on the plains heat. 65 degrees is still the target. One last check on the ice threat. January 14th is still the date. We have the information. Now we must use it. God bless you and your family. We will see you at dawn with the latest. Stay vigilant. Stay safe. Good night. The big turn is not just a headline, it is a reality. The reorganization of the atmosphere is not just a phrase, it is a process. We are living through it right now. Let us embrace the challenge and be the light for our communities. The weather is changing, but our purpose remains. We are here for you. We are Max Velocity. God bless. 50 inches of snow, 65-degree heat, a major ice storm. These are the milestones of January 2026. We will cross them together. We will stay safe together. We will remain faithful together. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your trust. We will see you in the next video. Good night. As the jet stream waves and the air masses collide, we remain steady. As the models update and the forecasts refine, we remain focused. As the world watches and the storms gather, we remain ready. The big turn is here. Let us face it with strength and grace. Goodbye for now. We will talk again very, very soon. Stay safe. Final reminder, Syracuse, 50 inches, plains, 65 degrees, ice January 14th. The facts are clear. The mission is set. The community is strong. God bless you all. See you in the morning. Good night. This is the end of our 25-minute deep dive. Thank you for being here. Stay safe, stay warm, stay blessed. Goodbye.